Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to build monkey bars. Quick and simple. You want 2 bags of concrete. You're going to want 4 4x4s. I went with 8 foot long, pressure treated. And you're going to want 2 6x4s. I went with 10 feet long for these guys. You're also going to want 8 of these 8-inch bolts, along with a washer and a nut. You can pick these up at Home Depot. This is galvanized pipe. Home Depot sells them in 10-foot pieces. You're going to want 1 or 2 of them depending on how many rungs you're going to cut out. Okay, first thing we're going to want to do is sand down all of these pieces of wood because we're going to have kids playing all over it. Okay, I sanded off all the wood. It took a little while. I ended up having to upgrade to a belt sander. Switching over to the belt sander allowed me to sand a lot faster than my previous circular sander. So now it's time for the stain. For stain, I'm using Behr Premium Waterproof Wood Finish, 4 years guarantee, and I went with the chocolate color. So let's see how this turns out. Got them pretty much mostly all stained up. The pipe I cut into 30 inches a piece, so we're gonna need about eight rungs. Alright, so now that I've painted it, what I've done is I've measured out 15 inches from each spot. This is 8 to 15, 15, 15, 15 inches all the way down. So we're going to be about 8 rungs to the end. And that's a good spacing for about 4 or 5-year-old, which is about how old my oldest daughter is. So after I put in these holes, what I'm going to do is put these in and then use that mallet over there to smash them in. What I'm basically doing is just drilling in to basically just in the fat part of this, which is about 1 inch. Okay, I ended up changing my mind. I ended up going with 17 inches between each one, just because I want a little bit more of a challenge for something my kids to grow into. It's okay that there's another notch next to it. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking the second beam and I'm just lining it up. I have my center chalk line down, and I'm just going to ensure that I line it up with each of my marks that I already have here. Okay, so I drilled the holes and then I lined them up and put them in, and now all I'm doing is to get this bar into this hole. I'm just hitting directly above where this pole is, and I'm just working my way all the way down to make sure that these poles go into these holes all the way. Okay, now what I'm doing is, right now these bars are really tight, but over time, wood can kind of shrink and expand again. So really, to just make sure I fasten these down really good and to prevent them from eventually maybe turning. I don't know if they would or not. They're so snug, but it's possible that eventually they might start to rotate. Is I take one of these drill bits, and all I did was drill down in and through this steel bar, and then what I'm doing is I'm taking 6.35 centimeter screws, and I'm just sending them in just a little bit past this wood part here to just ensure that it's inside the pipe. And yeah, that's all I'm doing. Alright, what I did was I had this guy on the ground, and then I put these legs on upside down. After I put on the legs upside down, I flipped it, and then with the help of a few others, and put the pegs into the hole. For each one of your peg holes, you need to dig down at least about 28 inches. Now onto the concrete. This is a trick my dad taught me. What you do is you fill up the hole with water, and then you simply shovel the concrete in it. No wheelbarrow mixing required. After you finish the concrete, you're going to wait about a day, and the post should be good to go. So here it is. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.